Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. We are learning the benefit of Dāna, right? Sīha Senapati Sutta, General Sīha. So last week we talked about the story of General Sīha. So he is a general of Vesali. As you all know that Vesali is a democratic, we will say that democratic country. So elected by the people and run by the parliament, right? Earlier he was a follower of Nigāna Buddha, the founder of Jainism. Normally we call it known as the Mahavira, right? Mahavira. So later, when he met with the Buddha, he became the follower of the Buddha. So the story of how the General Sīha, how he became a Buddhist, right? So we can study in Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 8, sutta number 12. Also, we can learn Mahāvagga Pāliyo Vinaya Pitaka. In Vinaya Pitaka, because he offered the food headed by the Buddha to the Sangha headed by the Buddha, right? And he offered together with the meat and fish. So because of that, the follower of Jain Mahavira, Nigāna Buddha, they denounce, right? That the General Sīha offer meat and fish to the Gautama Buddha. So knowingly, the Sangha and the Buddha accept meat and fish, right? So they denounce. For that reason, the Buddha laid down Vinaya rules, right? So the meat and the fish, if we know that, so these meat and fish were prepared for ourselves, right? For us. And if we see that, so those meat and fish were prepared for us. And if we suspect, and three reasons, right? So if we know, if we see, if we suspect that the meat is prepared for us, especially for us, then we are not allowed to eat. Other than that, we can eat meat, right? We can eat meat. So that is one of the Vinaya rules. Later we will learn, when we learn Sīla, we will learn a story of General Sīha again. So in this sutta, the Buddha delivered 4 directly visible benefits of giving that can be experienced in this present life, and also 1 benefit that can be experienced in next life, right? So in that sutta, the Buddha talked about 5 benefits of Dāna. Sīha Sutta, chapter 5, sutta number 34, page number 659. So at that time, the Buddha was living in Vesali. So at that time, the General Sīha already became a Buddhist, right? Disciples of the Buddha. Now he approached the Buddha and asked the question, is it possible, Bhante, to point out a directly visible fruit of giving? Directly visible fruit of giving, Santetika Dāna. Santetika Dāna Phala, right? That can be experienced in this present life. So the Buddha talk about 5 benefits or Dāna. So among them, 4 are directly visible in this present life, right? And the Buddha said that. Yes, of course. It is Sīha, the Blessed One answer, right? And this is the first one. A Dāna is dear and agreeable to many people. And then that one is very easy, right? That we can experience in this present life, even right now. So if you are always giving, people will love you, right? So you will be loved by many people. So that is one of the visible benefit of giving, right? One of the benefit of giving. So in the Dhammapara commentary, it is mentioned that when Anathapindika and Visakha, so when they go to monasteries, they always bring something, especially for the young Samaneras. So when they come to monasteries, the young Samanera, they see something in their hand, right? For that reason, they are very happy. They love Anathapindika and Visakha. So the reason is, whenever they go to monasteries, in the morning, they bring some food. In the evening, they will bring some drinks and medicine, etc., right? So because of that, young Samanera, young monks, they will see something in their hand, right? So for that reason, young Samanera, they left Anathapindika and Visakha, right? So that is one of the benefit. Number 2, a good person resort to a Dāna. So if you are always giving, not only good people, bad people also will approach you. But of course, that is even we always say that if a house is always giving, many people will visit, right? So that is one of the reasons, right? So some houses people usually visit, and the reason is they are always ready to give, right? A good person resort to a Dāna. So actually, when we look at the second Sutta, on Sutta number 35, Sutta number 35, the benefit of giving, right? The same thing. Only one criteria. So when you look at the verses, page number 661, we have 2 verses, right? 2 verses. Later we will learn this one. So the importance of number 2, good persons resort to a Dāna. So of course, if bad people also will come and visit to your house, to your place, right? But a good people, a wise people, when they visit, it is very beneficial for you, right? So when you read page number 661, page number 661, I think it is very important for you. By giving, one become dear, right? If you give, people will love you. One follow the duty of the good. That is another one. The good self-control monks always resort to one. So if self-control monks, if they resort to you, They teach when the Dharma that dispels all suffering. Having understood which, the taintless one here attain Nibbana. So that is the importance of number one, right? So if the wise people, not only the monks, right, but also other people as well, wise people. So if your Dhamma friends come and visit your house, they will share the Dhamma with you, right? So by hearing the Dhamma, you can dispel all suffering. Having understood which, the taintless one here attain Nibbana. Even you can attain Nibbana, right? So I think number one. Number two is by giving, you will have a good friends, right? If you do not give, if you are stingy, you will not have a good friend, right? So by giving, you can have a good friend. Good people resort to a Dāna. Number three, a Dāna acquires a good reputation. I think this one also very important, right? A Dāna acquire a good reputation. So if you are always giving, people will talk about only good things about you, right? So in this way, you have a good reputation. Do you think that a good reputation is important? Of course, right? So if you have a good reputation, you can do anything. You can do many things, right? You can do many things. So recently, early this morning, right? Malaysian election. You can look at this one, right? Reputation is very important. Mahathir Mohamad is a good reputation, right? For that reason, he won the election. So that's very important, I think. So here, the Dāna will have a reputation. It is said that, I don't know whether it is the official poll or not. I heard that as a human beings, we need food, we need clothing, and we need accommodation. Three things, right? But if we have these three things, we also need another thing, important things. What is it? No, you don't need money. So, of course, you can add it as in money, full, right? Other than full, you need, sorry? Long life. So actually, I think it is a, normally as a human beings, but we need food, clothing, and accommodations. So if you have all these ones, you don't need anything. Money, right? You don't need money. Then if you have all these three necessary three things, you will be healthy, right? You'll be healthy. So another important thing is identity. We need identity, right? As a Singaporean, you need identity, right? So as you all know that most of the leaders in the country, so they are giving away to get identity, right? Especially the Japanese people are famous for their generosity. For their generosity. So that is identity, right? So other than food, clothing, accommodations, human being, everyone. So we need identity. We are doing for identity, right? So that is a human instinct, right? Human instinct. So by doing Dāna, you can get identity, right? So here, a Dāna acquires a good reputation, right? A good reputation. So I think that is very important. I think the Malaysian election is a good example, right? The importance of a good reputation. Number 4, a Dāna is confident to approach the assembly. So wherever he go or she go, she is confident, right? So when you look at people who are generous, so they have confidence to live in the society, to speak out, right? So I think the Dāna is one of the important criteria to have a confidence to approach the assembly, right? And number 5, after death, a donor is reborn in a good destination. A good destination means human realm, and 6 heavenly realms, right? So these are 5 benefits of Dāna. But actually what the generous Sīha asks is the benefit that can be experienced. That is visible, right? That is visible. So here, only 1 to 4 are, the directly visible benefit of Dāna, right? Then we can see it. Because of Dāna, people will love you. And because of Dāna, you will have a good reputation. Because of Dāna, a good people will approach you. And because of Dāna, you have a confidence to approach anyone, right? To approach anyone. So these are something that we can experience in this life. But number 5, after death, a donor is reborn in a good destination. But that one, we do not know, right? We do not know. For that reason, General Sīha said that when this was said, Sīha, the generous, said to the Blessed One, Bhante, I do not go by faith in the Blessed One concerning those 4 directly visible fruit of giving. Declared by him, I know them too. The General Sīha said that, for I am a donor, a munificent giver, and I am dear and agreeable to many people. Then he can experience himself, right? He know it. Then as a donor, many good people resort to him. As a donor, he acquires a good reputation. As a donor, he is confident to approach the assembly, right? But regarding with the number 5, after death, a donor is reborn in a good destination. He said that, but when the Blessed One tell me, Sīha, with the breakup of the body after death, a donor, a munificent giver, is a reborn in a good destination in heavenly world. The General Sīha said that, I do not know this, and here I go by faith in the Blessed One. Right? It's a very beautiful story. So actually he have his own experience regarding with the 1 to 4, right? Regarding with the 5, so that cannot experience in this very life. So therefore, because of confidence in the Buddha, right? And he believed. So I think that by looking at this story of General Sīha, then we can understand, right? So the importance of Dāna. The importance of Dāna. So if you are stingy, if you do not give anything to the society, you will not get back anything, right? So that is very important. So if you are always giving, not only to the monks, right? Not only to the monasteries, to everyone, right? So we have learned in previous Sutta regarding with to sustain a favorable relationship, right? So one of them is a giving, one of them is a Dāna, right? If you do not give anything to your children, you cannot get respect and esteem from your children, right? So therefore, the Dāna is very important. So if we look at this 5 benefits of Dāna, it is a good reason to give, right? A good reason to give. So when we talk about benefit or dana, we always quote this Sutta. Sīha Senapati Sutta, right? Sīha Senapati Sutta. So next one is the same thing, 5 benefit or dana. This is another Sutta, Sutta number 35. So in this Sutta, the Buddha talk about 5 benefit or dana. Number 1, a dana is dear to many people. The same, right? Number 2, also the same. Good person resort to a dana. Number 3, the same. A dana acquires a good reputation. Number 4, one is not deficient in the lay person's duties. As a lay person, you have duty to provide or to offer gifts to the monks or to the religious people, right? Religious people. So if you are always giving dana, so you are not deficient in the lay person's duties. Especially this is only for the, how to say, regarding with the religion, right? And number 5, the same. After death, a dana is reborn in a good destination. So if we look at this Sutta, so only number 4 is different, right? So the rest are the same. The rest are the same. This is also another Sutta that talk about benefit or dana. So I think that if you look at these 2 Sutta, you can see that. So for those who are doing dana with the expectation, right? So these are a good reason. These are a good benefit, right? For those who are doing dana without expectation in return, but anyway, they will get these benefit. These benefit, right? Any question? Okay, good. Can you wait for a while?
But sometimes in Buddhism we discuss about anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So, but on the other hand, in this there are 2 suttas that give some emphasis to the reputation. Is it because that this sutta is given more towards lay person, and then not yet anatta is discussed, but reputation is emphasized?
It is about emphasis, right? As you all know that General Sīha may be not knowledgeable regarding with the Buddhism. So he just compared to Buddhism recently. So for that reason, look at his questions. So General Sīha asks, the Buddha, can you tell visible benefit or dana, right? Visible benefit or dana. So that means, so these are very visible. So therefore the Buddha emphasized very, the visible and easy benefit or dana. So if you just look at the first one, if you are a giver, if you are a donor, everyone will love you, right? So that is a very easy to understand, right? So based on his question, the question of General Sīha, the Buddha answer very easy way, right? So both 2 Sutta will talk about a busy one, right? Busy one. So as I always said that, depending on the listener, and depending on the condition, and depending on the place, right? So the Buddha replying will be different. So when we learn another Sutta today, we will learn another Sutta. So that will be another level, right? Another level. So when we talk about, so what is Dāna? What is Dāna? What is giving? And we learn that the highest form of Dāna is, the ornament of the mind, right? Ornament of the mind. So by giving by giving Dāna, we are trying to let go, right? Our craving to our prosperities. So by giving Dāna, you are renouncing what you belong to, right? So in that way, when you practice, especially vipassana meditation, inside meditation, so it will support, right? It will support. So that is higher form of Dāna. So depend on the listeners, depend on the people, the place, and occasion, different occasion. The Buddha used different method. So I think that these two sutta are the sutta that talk about for normal people, right? Normal people. Any question? Okay. So as you all know that we have a graduate teachings, right? Graduate teachings. The first one is Dāna, but this one is the second one is the Dāna Sīla, right? But this one do not talk about Sīla. And third one is the Sakkakata. How to say, the teaching that talk about heavenly realms, right? Heavenly realms. So this talk about second type. So if you do Dāna, next sutta, you will learn that not only if you do Dāna is not enough to go to heaven, but you need to have Sīla. So without Sīla, you cannot go to heaven. You cannot become the human being, right? So if we learn the sutta that we are learning today, you will know it. So anyway, combining with the Sīla, Dāna will produce a rebirth in a good destination, right? Good destination. So here is the Dāna, Sīla, and Sakkakata, 3 levels, right? Then after that, the Buddha will talk about the danger of sensual pleasures, right? The danger of sensual pleasures. Also benefit of renouncing sensual pleasures. Then after that, the Buddha will talk about 4 noble truths. So the last 2 are higher level, right? So the Buddha will not talk those higher level to everyone. The Buddha only look at their state of mind, right? If they can understand 2 levels, the Buddha will talk about it, right? So for the time being, we are learning Dāna. So we can say that this is all just a normal one, right? A visit level. As you all know that we have a three topic, Dāna, Sīla, Bhavana. Dāna and Sīla are visit level, right? But only Bhavana, right? Only Bhavana is a higher level. Okay, next one is from Dhammapara, the way to heaven. So if you want to go to heaven, we have 3 practices. Dhammapara, verse number 224. So in that verse, the Buddha talk about one should speak the truth. So if you are telling the truth, it is the path to heaven, right? It is one. So actually in that Dhammapara commentary mentioned the story of Venerable Moggallana. So Venerable Moggallana, as you all know, that he is the foremost a man who can perform supernatural power, right? Occasionally, he normally visit heaven. Sometimes he visit hell, right? So when he visit the heaven, and he asked the Deva, he saw the Devas who are enjoying with the great mansions. So he approached them and he asked why he reborn in heaven. So one of the Deva answered, so when he was a human being, he used to speak the truth, right? Because of that good deed, he became a Deva. That is one of the Deva. Another Deva said that So when he was a human being, he do not produce any anger. He do not yield any anger, right? Even though her husband trying to threaten and beating her, she tolerate and she do not yield any anger. Because of that practice, so both of them are Sīla, right? Both of them are Sīla. So because of without having anger, because of not having anger, so when she died, she became a deva. So that is also one of the reasons. Then Venerable Moggallana has many devas. And they answer that because they always give gift, even if it is only a little. Some people, they give a stick of sugar cane. One stick of sugar cane, it's very little. Some people answer, they offer vegetables. And some people answer, they offer a fruit, even one fruit, right? So they became, because of those Dāna, and they became devas in heaven. So after interviewing those devas, Venerable Moggallana came back and approached to the Buddha. And he couldn't believe that some devas, so they were born in the heaven because of a small amount of Dāna. Then he asked the Buddha, is it possible for them to have a rebirth in heaven because of those little Dāna? And the Buddha said this one: one should speak the truth, one should not yield to anger, one should give wind as, even if it is only a little. By means of those trees, one may go to the world of the devas. So the Buddha said that you as a witness, you as a interview them, right? Because of small Dāna, they have a rebirth in heaven, right? It is really heartening to know, right? Only a stick of sugar cane, a fruit, some vegetables, right? By donating those small little things, so they have a rebirth in heaven. Heartening to know, right? So therefore, so when you look at this one, actually he interviewed many devas, right? So two deva, they talk about one deva, he said that he speaks the truth. For that reason, he became heavens. And one said that she does not yield anger to anger. For that reason, so she became a deva. And many devas said that they give when somebody asks, even a little things. Because of Dāna, they have a rebirth in heaven. Do you believe? Even Venerable Moggallana, he couldn't believe that. So therefore he approached to the Buddha. And the Buddha said that, you as a witness, you as an interview, right? It is correct. The Buddha said that. Okay, question. Before the question, I want to show one slide. If you look at this one, actually I got it from Mr. Yap. So when he talk about Dāna, it is interesting to know this one. I got it. So this is a chart quoting the story of Venerable Moggallana, right? So he interviewed a lot of devas. So these are the result. And telling the truth, and only how many percent? Maybe 1% now. Even not 1%, right? And not hatred. That means loving kindness, we can compassion, we can say that, right? then a small amount of the charge. So the rest, right? Because of Dāna. Because of Dāna. So that is the importance of Dāna, right? Even a small amount of Dāna can have a rebirth in heaven. Okay, question?
Yeah, Bhante, I find it harder to
Accept.
Yeah, that a small amount of Dāna can get you to be reborn in heaven. I really don't think it's so easy to get to heaven. I don't think so much that it is the quantity, the small amount of Dāna, but I think it's the mindset, the ornament of the mind. To give and then to speak the truth plus no hatred. It is the ornament, it is the mental state, the mind, the purity of the mind. To me, that's how I see it.
What you say is correct, because I think that the answer, the main karma that reset to heaven, to go to heaven, right? As you all know that, according to Abhidhamma, the last thought moment is very important, right? So when you are dying, and you will have the last thought moment. So at that time is a critical one. Very, very important moment. It is logical. It's very logical. Even though somebody do a lot of good things, right? If while he is dying, if he doesn't have the last moment, he cannot get a good rebirth. A good rebirth. I think it's very logical. So the commentary gives a very beautiful simile. So you have done a lot of good deed, right? A lot of good deed. But you have done small amount of bad deed. Before you die, a dying moment, you see that bad deed, right? Because of that, and you have a bad rebirth, right? It's hard to believe, right? Hard to believe. And you can give the example of the Queen Malika. So she has done a lot of good deed. She is very intelligent. She is always giving to the monks. And before she died, she did a small. She have a sexual intercourse with the dog, right? So because of that bad deed, and she go to hell for 1 week. For 1 week. Then after that, then he go to heaven. So here is very important that the commentary gives an example. So there are a lot of corn in the. So we normally keep there are a lot of corns. Nachang blue corn. Nachang. There are a lot of corns in the fence. Fence in the Actually, the corns are kept in the fence, right? In the fence, and there is one door, a very narrow door, and a very strong corns. They go into the inside, right? A very weak and very old corn enter inside the last, right? But she have to stay nearby the door, right? So early in the morning, the corn heart open the door. The old and weak corn have to go out fast, right? Have to go out fast. So just like that, sometimes we may have done a small amount of bad deed, right? So if we remember, or if we think about that type of small amount of bad deed, right? Then we, unfortunately, we might be reborn in a bad destination, right? So as we have done a lot of good deed, so sometimes, even though a strong corn, even though they're trying to go out, right? but couldn't. The reason is a very weak and old corn is blocking the way, just like that, right? So anyway, just like a Queen Malika, so as a result of good deed, I will have a rebirth, right? In the heavenly realm again. So therefore, the Buddha said that to talk about karma and irreset is very, very, complicated. Very, very complicated. In one of the Sutta, the Buddha said that using the simile of salt, right? So we have a cup. So we have a cup of salt, right? Small cup in the small cup. Then you put salt into the a glass of water. Into the glass of water. Can you drink? No, you cannot drink. It's very salty, right? Salty. You have done a little bit of good deed, right? A little bit of good deed. It's just like the water in the glass. Then you do a little bit of unwholesome deed. It is just like the salt in the cup, right? In the cup. So even though you do a little bit of unwholesome deed, then it will affect your life. The reason is you have a little bit of good deed, right? Then you put a cup of salt into the river. What happened? Can you drink the water? Can drink, right? The water in the river will not affect too much. Just like that. So you have a lot of wholesome deed. Even you do some amount of unwholesome deed, it will not affect your life because you have done a lot of good deed, right? So if we look at that Sutta, different interpretation, right? Different interpretation. So what I mean is the karma, to talk about the result of karma, it is we need a lot of, a lot of dimension to look at, a lot of point of view, right? We have to look at. So if you look at this this verse from Dhammapara, it is hard to believe, right? Hard to believe. Even a little bit of Dāna will cause a rebirth in heaven, right? It can. Actually, I have shared the story of a lady from United States, right? And when she practiced meditation under Paul Sīha, and she can remember her past life, right? And Paul Sīha said that she could remember her past life. She was one of the Catholic in Iceland. So she died because of car accident. No, car accident, bicycle accident. No. So before she died, she remembered one thing that she had done earlier. And in the market, she saw a bird is kept in the cage. And she bind and she let it go, right? Let it go. So she remembered that good deed. Because of that good deed, she was born in the United States, right? In the United States. So actually it's hard to believe, right? That is a real story taught by Paul Sīha, right? When he went to United States, when he conducted a meditation retreat. So the American, right? The white lady, she could remember her past life. So therefore, by looking at that story, so I think we can believe this one, right? Okay, any question? Any contribution? Okay.
Bhante, I remember there is a frog last time was dead when listening Dhamma, okay. And he was reborn in the Tavatimsa realm. Is it this Wiswana? Is it the listening the truth or listening the Dhamma is which one? Thank you.
Actually, is not listening to the Dhamma. Only 3 reasons, right? Only 3 reasons. Actually, I forgot where that story is from, but what you say is correct. So one time the Buddha was preaching the Dhamma to the audience, right? So by that time, a frog is listening to, but that it doesn't understand what the Buddha is talking, but that frog was listening to the Dhamma because the Buddha voice is very pleasant to hear, right? So by that time, it can't approach and listen to the Dhamma, and he used his stick, right? So that stick, put it on the frog, right? Then because of that, the frog died. Then after that, he became a deva, right? Because they're listening to the Dhamma, right? Listening to the Dhamma. So even a small amount of good deed can result a rebirth, right? In the good destination, right? Okay, so that is the Dhammapara verse number 224, right? Then you can, it's very interesting stories. I think you can go and read, right? Regarding with the Dhammapara, we have one big books, two books you can read. So one book is the illustrated Dhammapara, so written by Sadhata Thera. So meditation, I think meditation center. Sorry. Or SM? No. It's a Sadhata, a Sri Lankan monk. A very big one, very thick one. So you can borrow from the library. So if you look at verse number 224, I think you can read interesting stories. Another one is a 2-volume one. It's translated by a Dāna. It's also very good one, a very older one, right? And both you can also borrow from the library, right? And Kechri Dhammananda also translated Dhammapara verses, and he also included the stories, right? Then you can read the short story in his book as well, right? And this is from the Pali Canon, but we have a very famous verse when we talk about Dāna, that is not from the Pali Canon, it's from commentary. It is so beautiful that when we give a Dhamma talk about Dāna, we always use that verse. Dāna sakasa sopanan. The Dāna is the staircase to the heaven. So if you do Dāna, so it will be a staircase. You can go up to heaven, right? So that is a very beautiful verse in Pali, but it's not from the Pali Canon. It is from commentary. But anyway, if you look at this verse, the same thing. If you one should give when asked, even if it is only a little. By means of those Dāna, you may go to the Lord Deva, right? The same thing. So this is the last sutta to talk about the benefit of Dāna. This will be the last sutta. Dānupappati Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 8, sutta number 35. Rebirth on account of Dāna, on account of giving. Page number 1168. Page number 1168. It is very beautiful sutta. Chapter 8, sutta number 35. If you do Dāna, and you will have 8 type of rebirth, right? 8 type of rebirth. So in that Sutta, the Buddha taught to the monks, right? The Buddha is talking to the monks. Bhikkhus, there are these 8 kinds of rebirth on account of giving. What 8, right? So I think just look at this one. One gives gift to an ascetic or a Brahmin. So here that means religious leaders. So actually it is a, so in the Pali Canon, when we talk about religious leader, use Samana and Brahmana. Samana means the Brahmana means, as you know, Brahmi, right? Samana means those who are, apart from the Brahmi, right? They are Samana. We can simply say religious leader, right? One give to an ascetic or a Brahmin, expecting something in return. So this one very important. Expecting something in return, right? So if you expect something, that means a type of craving, right? A type of lobha. After seeing affluent rulers, Brahmins or householders who are furnished and endowed with the 5 objects of sensual pleasure, so you want to become like them. So actually I rewrite the suttas, trying not to deviate from the sutta, right? The same thing, but trying to summarize, right? Somebody do Dāna because he or she see affluent rulers, Brahmins or householder. That means somebody who is furnished and endowed with the 5 objects of sensual pleasures. Somebody who is enjoying life, right? With the luxuries. He went to become like them. He developed this aspiration in his mind. After death, he is reborn in companionship with the affluent rulers or Brahmins or householder. Can you switch out this one? Very noisy now. Thank you. So actually he do good deed. Only get aspiration that he want to become like those people, right, who are enjoying sensual pleasures. Then after death, he is reborn in companionship with the affluent rulers, Brahmins and householders. That means he became a affluent Brahmins or householders or rulers, right? Rulers. So that is only for one who is virtuous. That's very important. Even you do Dāna, if you are not virtuous, if you do not keep precept, you cannot reborn in the human being, as a human being, right? That's very important one. It is only for those who are virtuous, not for one who is immoral. So this one is quite clear in next Sutta, right? Even though you give a lot, if you are generous, but if you are killing, if you are taking what is not given, that means if you are not virtuous, you cannot have a rebirth as a human being, right? That's very important one. So that means to have a rebirth in heaven and human beings, as a human beings. So we need to do not only Dāna as well as Sīla as well, right? Having purity of the mind, the wish made by virtuous one is answered. So as he or she has virtues, his mind is pure, right? Having purity of the mind, the wish made by virtuous one is answered. So if you look at this Sutta, if you do Dāna with the expectation, right, that you want to be someone as a human being, right? So also you need to keep precept as well, right? So in this way, By combining Dāna and Sīla, so your answer, your wishes will be answered, right? That is the first rebirth on account of keeping, on account of Dāna, right? Second one, when you give Dāna, expecting something in return, and he has heard that the devas from Chaturmarajika heaven are long live, beautiful, abound in happiness. So we have 6 heavenly realms, right? So this is the first realms. Chaturmarajika means the heaven governed by 4 great deva kings, right? Four great deva kings. Their lifespan is 500. One day in Chaturmarajika is 50 years as a human beings, right? So 50 years as a human being is one day in Chaturmarajika. You can think about how long life they are, right? So if we count human lifespan, 9 million years. Actually, in Deva in Chaturmarajika, their lifespan is 9 million years, right? A very long life, right? Long live, beautiful, and abound in happiness. And he has had that. Thus, he went to be born in Chaturmarajika heavenly realm. He developed this aspiration in his mind and he do Dāna. After that, he is reborn in companionship with the Deva from Chaturmarajika. He was born there. So that is only for those who are virtuous, not for those who are immoral, right? That's very important. Only for those who are virtuous, combining with the Dāna, they have a rebirth in Chaturmarajika. Having purity of the mind, the wish made by virtual one is answer. Second one is rebirth in Chaturmarajika, right? And third one is Tawadensa. Second heavenly realm is the Tawadensa. The about 33 devas. So actually their lifespan is 1,000. 1,000. 1 day in Tawadensa is 2 days in Chaturmarajika. So in this way, if we multiply 1,000 with the if we multiply 9 million year with the 4, right? If we multiply 9 million by 4, right? Then we can get how many million years? 9 multiplying 4 equal 36, right? 36 million years. I will look at my note. 36, yeah, you're right. 36. 36. In Yama, the about no pain. So as you all know that these are the 6 heavenly realms. So according to Buddhist literatures, Chaturmarajika is situated at the halfway of Mount Meru. Mount Meru. Tawadensa is, so according to Buddhist cosmology, we have a one universe. So at the center we have a Mount Meru, a very, very high mountain, right? So Chaturmarajika situated halfway, and Tawadensa situated above the Mount Meru. But Yama, heavenly realm, situated in the sky, in the space. It doesn't connect with the earth, right? So therefore, no pain. If even as you know, even in the Pali Canon, there are a lot of stories about the Deva from Shri Maharajika, the Deva, the story of Tavarins are Devas, because they are connected with the earth. So therefore, a lot of problem. The Yama is situated, not connected with the earth, right? So therefore, no pain. So therefore, we do not have so many stories from Yama to Sita, Nimanarati, and Pranimidavasavati, right? Because the first two heavenly realms are connected with the human being, right? There are a lot of they are complicated. A lot of problem, right? A lot of problem. So Yama Devas, their lifespan is 2000. So they are in the same way. One day in Yama heaven is 2 days in Tower Dainsa, right? Just like that. So if you multiply 36 million, it will be 144 million years as a human lifespan, right? But I think I will teach in the Bidama lessons. Now we are next Saturday we are learning the 4th chapter. In the 5th chapter I will talk about 31 planes of existence in detail, right? Then to Sita heaven. So if we do Dāna, and also if we are virtuous, we will have a rebirth in to Sita heaven. So the Bodhisattva are living in Tusita heaven. Mahamaya, the mother of Siddhartha, right? Then she died 7 days after she gave birth to Siddhartha, right? Bodhisattva. And she also was born in Tusita heaven. So Tusita means the abode of contented dwellers. So they are contented. They are content with what they have, right? So therefore they are very happy. Tusita, right? Tusita. So we are not happy because we are not contented. So I think contentment is very important. So for that reason, at the end of Monday night class, I will talk about contentment. So I will highlight the importance of contentment, right? So if you have contentment, if you are contented, you'll be happy, right? You'll be happy. It's very important. The Deva in Tusita heavens, they are contented. So therefore, they are always happy, right? Another one is the Nimanarati, the abode of Devas who delight in creating things. The next one is Pranimita Vasavati, the abode of Devas who enjoy the things created by others. So actually, normally I give example of these two, the last two heavens, just like a boss and the workers. Number 6, how to say, the staff in the office, right? They have to do a lot, right? They have to do a lot. So anyway, they enjoy it. But the last one, just like a boss, but they don't do anything, right? They just enjoy the things created by the employees, right? Just like an employee and employer, right? Of course, the last one is the highest one, as far as the enjoyment or sensual pleasure is concerned, right? So, Nimanarati, these heavenly realms, so you can create something that you want to enjoy. Suppose you want to eat some delicious food. You create it with your supernatural power, and you eat it. Then you want to enjoy. Suppose such a misconduct, such an intercourse, then you create and you enjoy it. So just like that, in those two realms, there is no spouse, no partner. If you want to enjoy, just create it, right? So these are two heavenly realms, Nimanarati and from Pranimita Vasavati, right? Mara, evil one, right? In the Pali Canon, you can see an evil one from this realm, right? Heavenly realm. So if you do Dāna on account of giving, so you will have a rebirth in Tawarinsa heaven, Yama heaven, Tusita heaven, Nimanarati, Pranimita Vasavati. But not on, it is because of not just Dāna together with the Sīla as well, right? You have to combine two. And the last one, we do Dāna, expecting something in return, and he heard that the Deva or Brahma's company are long-lived, beautiful, and abound in happiness. The lifespan of the Brahmas are so long that you cannot count how many millions of years. We call it incalculable. Incalculable. You cannot calculate. So we have to count according to the lifespan of the planet, right? So their lifespan is so long that you cannot calculate the years, right? So incalculable year. Even now, we have to calculate using some method, light years, right? Light years, eons, etc., right? So just like that, the lifespan of the Brahma company, the Brahmas, they are long life or long life? Long life, right? They are long life, beautiful, and abound in happiness. So he went to become like them. He went to be born in Brahma realms. And he developed this aspiration in his mind. He do Dāna, right? He or she do Dāna. Then after that, he is reborn in the Brahma realms. That is only for one who is virtuous, not for one who is immoral. But here, the most important one is for one without lust, without ragasa, not for one with the lust. So to become a Brahma, Dāna, Sīla is not enough, right? But you must let go desire or lust to enjoy sensual pleasures. If you cannot let go, if you are full of lust and full of desire to enjoy sense pleasure, you cannot have a rebirth in the Brahma realm. But here, one criteria of the rebirth or the Brahma realm is without lust, right? Without lust. Having devoid of lust in sensual pleasure, that's in sensual pleasures, the wish made by virtual one is answered. Look at the last page of the Sutta, the last line of the Sutta. Page number 1170. Page number 1170, the last line. And the Buddha said that is for one who is virtuous, I say, not for one who is immoral. For one without lust, not for one with the lust. The heart's wish of one who is virtuous succeeds because of his purity. So actually here, Bhikkhu Bodhi mistakenly used the word his purity. It is not. It should be because of devoid of lust. You can correct this one, devoid of lust. So if we look at Pali Canon, it is vitaragasa, right? Because of devoid of lust. We need to correct this one, right? These bhikkhus are 8 kinds of rebirth on account of giving, right? On account of giving. So I think here we can learn important message So if you are just doing Dāna, just Dāna alone will not have a rebirth in human realm, in 6 heavenly realms, in the Brahma realm. So if you want to have a rebirth in human realm and 6 heavenly realms, you need to do Dāna, and you need to have a Sīla as well. But if you want to have a rebirth in Brahma realms, but you need to not only do Dāna, not Sīla, but also Bhavana, meditation as well, right? So here, meditation means without lust. If you meditate and you will let go desire to enjoy sense pleasure, right? Sense pleasure. That is one of the criteria. So if you look at note 1705, then you can get this information. Without lust, vitaragasa. Bhikkhu Bodhi said this one. This is added because rebirth in the Brahma world requires more than the practice of generosity. It might also be supported by the attainment of jhana, which arises through the fading away of craving for sensual pleasures. For those who attain jhana, they don't have any desire to enjoy sense pleasures because they have a higher meditative bliss, right? So therefore, they don't want to enjoy. But if they have craving for sense pleasure, they will drop from the jhana. So so only you can fade away, and only you can eradicate desire to enjoy sense pleasure. You can attain jhana, right? So therefore, to have a rebirth in Brahma realms, so you need to attain jhana. Any question? I think we don't need to read the Sutta, right? So that is the main theme from the Sutta. Question? Okay, I think no question, then let's go. Now we are going to next topic, sharing all the merit. I think that is very important one, now very interesting one, right? So everybody want to know. Page number 1523, Janusoni Sutta. 1523, Janusoni Sutta. In Gauta Nikaya, chapter 10, Sutta number 177. 177. Before this Sutta, 176 is a Chonda Sutta. So we will learn that Sutta when we talk about Sīla, right? In previous Chonda Sutta, 176. And also, I think just go back to previous Sutta. Rebirth on account of giving, right? Previous Sutta. Chapter 8, Sutta number 35, right? Next one is Sutta number 36. The same page, Sutta number 36, previous Sutta. The Sutta that we have learned, page number 1170. Page number 1170. Sutta number 36, Adhipati, right? Adhipati. Bhikkhus. So there are the 3 bases of meritorious Adhipati. 3 bases of meritorious Adhipati. The basis of meritorious Adhipati consisting in giving, Dāna, right? And the basis of meritorious Adhipati consisting in virtuous behavior, Sīla. And the basis of meritorious Adhipati consisting in meditative development, meditation, bhavana, right? I think very beautiful sutta. But no, that is the sutta that I taught that if we summarize all the teachings of the Buddha, there's only 3 topics, right? Dāna, Sīla, Bhavana. Looking at this one, we can summarize all the teaching under 3 topics, right? Dāna, Sīla, Bhavana. The name of the sutta is Punya Kriya Vatu Sutta. Punya is a good deed. Kriya means activity or doing. Vatu means the basis. So based on these activity, you can get good deed, right? If you do dāna, if you keep precept, if you meditate, so you will accumulate good deed, right? So therefore, they are called 3 types of meritorious activity. So the commentary elaborate 10 types of meritorious activity, right? So according to commentary, we have learned, right? We have learned that. So under the Dāna, we have sharing of the merit, right? Sharing of the merit is one of the meritorious deeds under Dāna, right? Under Dāna. And also rejoicing, sharing of the Dāna, also one of the good deeds under Dāna. So regarding with the meritorious good deed, among the 10 types of meritorious good deed, now we have learned Dāna, right? Second one is sharing of the Dāna. If you do good deed and you share the good deed merit, right? That is also one of the good deed. Sharing of the merit, right? Janusoni Sutta shows that 10 unwholesome causes of karma and 10 wholesome causes of karma. So therefore, it is included in the 10th chapter. Included in the 10th chapter. As you all know that we have 11 chapters in Anguttara Nikaya. So this sutta is included in the 10th chapter. The reason is it talks about 10 unwholesome causes of karma as well as 10 wholesome causes of karma. So therefore, it is included in the 10th chapter, right? So these 10 causes of karma will be taught under Sīla in detail, right? In detail. This sutta is important to know. The reason is it talks about Buddhist perspective on sharing of the merit, right? So if we talk about sharing of the merit and derogation of the merit, we talk about this sutta, right? We quote this sutta. So just look at the sutta. Then the Brahmin Janusoni approached the Blessed One and exchanged greetings with him. When they had concluded their greeting and cordial talk, he sat down to one side and said to the Blessed One. So I think we need to know this sutta in a deeper, in depth, right? So then only we understand the importance of sharing of the merit. Actually, the Brahmin Janusoni is not a Buddhist, right? He is a Brahmin. Nowadays we call it Hinduism, right? Belong to Hinduism. Master Gautama, we Brahmins give gift and perform the memorial rites for the dead, right? They also do Dāna, dedicating for the dead. With the thought, let our gift be of benefit to our departed relatives and family members, right? let our departed relatives and family members partake of our gift. Can our gift, Master Gautama, actually be of benefit to our departed relatives and family members? Can our departed relatives and family members actually partake of our gift? So he's talking about asking the question to the Buddha. So as a Brahmin, they also do Dāna and share the merit for the departed beings, departed relatives. And he is asking to the Buddha, is it departed relatives, can they partake of their good deed? That is the question. And the Buddha answer, only right occasion, Brahmin, it can be of benefit. Not only wrong occasion. If occasion is right, they can get the share of the merit. If the occasion is wrong, they cannot get, right? They cannot get. According to this Sutta, when departed one is reborn in hell, animal realm, human realm, and heavenly realm, he or she cannot receive the sharing of the merit, according to this Sutta, right? The Buddha answered that. So if departed relatives is a reborn in hell, you can imagine in hell, so the beings are suffering, right? Suffering. So they cannot memorize, they cannot remember their past life, right? Then, even though you share good deed, even though you dedicate to them, they cannot receive the sharing of the merit, right? So according to according to Buddhism, then by sharing of the merit, our departed relatives can hear, right? Then they rejoice when we share the merit. So in this way, the life will be transformed, right? Transformed, and they will have a better rebirth, right? That is a Buddhist, according to Buddhism. But here, if our departed relative is a reborn in hell, in the animal realm, you can think about that. If you have a rebirth as an animal, you will be in the mother's womb. You will not know it, right? You will not know it. And human realm. So if you are reborn as a human being, you will be in the mother's womb. You will not know it. You will not receive the sharing of the merit, right? And next one, heavenly realm. You cannot receive it, according to this Sutta, right? According to this Sutta. But if they remember where they come from, if they come right away, and they can rejoice the sharing of the merit, right? Actually, we are talking about according to this Sutta, right? If somebody is reborn as a deva, cannot receive our share of the merit. The reason is, so they may be enjoying sense pleasures. They will not, they will remember, right? They will even, how to say that, they will forget about everything, right? Because as they have been in the very lovely environment and they are enjoying sense pleasure, right? So if the departed one is reborn in hell, animal realm, human realm, heavenly realm, he or she cannot receive the sharing of the merit. Only when departed being is reborn in the sphere of afflicted spirits. So that is what we call beta. What we call beta. the sphere of afflicted spirits. He can receive the share of the merit. So normally we call it Peta, right? So the literal meaning of Peta is departed one. Anyone who already dying can be called Peta, right? But of course among them, normally we call in Pali Gona, Pali Gona. The count is called in Pali is Gona. The literal meaning of Gona is the animal that can go. That means human being also can go, right? Human being also can go, but we call Gona. Just like that. So any departed being is not a Peta, right? It's not a Peta. But here, Peta is a type of beings. So the literal meaning of Peta is departed one. Not all the departed ones are not Peta, right? Not all the departed beings are Peta. Petas are a type of beings, right? A type of beings. We normally popularly translate a Peta as a hungry ghost, right? Hungry ghost. Bhikkhu body use the afflicted spirits. So they are suffering, right? They are suffering. Some use different terms, such as wandering ghost, restless web, and hungry shades. Sanisaro Bhikkhu. So I think if you look at translation of those scholars, then we can make conclusion that Petas are one type of beings. They are suffering in terms of food, right? In terms of food. So that only the Petas can receive the sharing of the merit. If you were born as a Peta, if you can rejoice the sharing of the merit by the family, and you can rejoice, and you can be transformed into better rebirth, right? Better rebirth. So here, if you look at the Sutta, maybe I will read a little bit of the Sutta. Look at, but Master Gautama, what is a right occasion and what is a wrong occasion? In next paragraph, the Buddha said that after someone destroying life, so that means we have a 10 unwholesome causal karma, 10 unwholesome deed. If someone do 10 unwholesome deed, and they will have a rebirth in hell, right? Even though you share the merit, they cannot receive it, right? They cannot receive it. So the reason is, the commentary mentioned that the beings in hell, so their food is karma. So as the human beings, they have done a lot of unwholesome deed. As a result, they will have a rebirth in hell. So their food is a karma, right? Their food is a karma. They are not eating anything. They are there to suffer, right? They are there to suffer. So the food of beings in hell is karma, right? The next paragraph, someone do unwholesome deed, and he is a reborn in animal realm, right? And he sustain himself and subsist there on the food of animals, right? On the food of animals. The commentary mentioned that the grass and leaf, etc., are the food of animals, right? The food of animals. So they will not remember whenever you share the merit, right? So they don't need your food. They don't need your action, right? They live on their food, right? Their food. And next paragraph. And someone abstain from those unwholesome deeds, right? Do not do killing, do not do Dāna, right? But because of that, he or she have a reborn as a human being, right? He sustained himself and sustained there on the food of human beings, right? So the rice and snack, etc., are the food of human beings. The food of human beings. So that means as a human being, you don't need the sharer, the merit, right? So they are eating their food, right? They're eating their food. The next paragraph. Somebody do good deed and go to heaven, right? As a devas, right? And they have their own food as well. Ambrosia is the food of devas, right? They have their own food. They don't need your good deed, right? So if you share the good deed to the departed beings, someone who is in the heaven, right? Even though he see and he hear, he will be happy, right? That's all. He will be happy. So it will not affect their life too much. Because they are eating, they have their own food, right? They have their own karma. It will not affect their life. But next paragraph, stay another destroying life and whole wrong view, right? That means somebody is doing unwholesome deed, right? 10 type of unwholesome deed. With the breakup of the body after death, he is a reborn in the sphere of afflicted spirits. He became beta, right? And he sustained himself and sustained there on the foot of afflicted spirits. Or as he sustained himself there on what his friends, companions, relative, or family member in this world offer to him. Right? In this world offer to him. Here. So as a Peta, they were sustained, they will eat, spit, mucus, etc. Eat dirty things, right? So you might think that why they are eating? Because of their unwholesome deed, right? Unwholesome deed. So they are sustaining mucus, spit, mucus, blood, etc., right? So they are the food of afflicted spirits. So if you study Beta Vatu, so actually I give you one of the soda, Tirokota soda, right? So next week we'll learn that soda. So if you learn Tirokota soda, you will understand how they live, right? How they look like. Then if you read the other sodas, the other stories from Beta Vatu, so you will understand what kind of being they are, right? So later I will share the translation of Beta Vatu, right? So if you read those, if you want to know the nature of Betas, you can read Beta Vatu, right? Beta Vatu. So they are the ones who eat split, mucus, blood, etc., right? So that not only that, the afflicted spirits, the Betas are living on what is given by others. Betas are living on what is given by others. So that is what Tirokota Sutta said. That is what this Sutta said, right? This Sutta said. So they have their own food. So their own food are dirty things, right? Dogs, the pig are eating human shit, right? You might think that it's disgusting, right? Disgusting. Their own, because of their unwholesome deed, right? They're eating dirty things, but they like it, right? They like it, right? But here also, as a Betas, so they can sustain, they have their own food, but their food are dirty things, right? And also they rely on the food given by others. That is interesting to know. So that will lead to two interpretations. one interpretation. So as a Chinese, you offer food to the departed people, right? You believe that, Chinese people believe that. Departed beings, especially the Vedas, they can eat food that you offer. But another interpretation is that the Vedas cannot eat the food that you offer. Their food is a dirty things, not a good things. So what they rely on is the good deed. You do good deed, then you share the merit. So the Vedas can get the share of the merit to interpretation, right? So next week I will go in detail because as you all know that, I don't know, some of you may know that Bhante Asma Akacheda, he wrote a book and using some of the citation from Pali Canon, and he mentioned that Chinese custom of offering food to the departed people is in accordance with the Pali Canon. So there are some people who believe in that way, right? In that way. So I think we need to analyze. We need to scrutinize Pali Canon, right? Pali Canon. So next week we'll learn, right? Next week we'll learn. For the time being, time is up, so we'll close. Okay. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagava gata kecho paragato bala viriya samangi Dan sukatan saranatamu pemi raga viraga maninja masokan dhamma masangata mapatikulan Marurami mambakuna suvipatam Dhammami mansaranatamu pemi Yatachadena mahabalamahu Chatusu sisu purisa yogesu Atacha pogala dhammadasate Sangami mansaranata mupemi Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night, everyone.